Two old guys records, one old guy for now, as Mike and I decide when we'll return to the studio for some new segments. But until then, we press on with some fun segments about our love and our passion for our records. Welcome to Top 5 Tuesdays, where I look at 5 singles from an artist. Yes, 5 singles. The difference is I've had to have bought these singles, so it's not just about a perspective and a view of what's their greatest singles, but I've had to have bought them. So it's show me the money. Yes, show me the money to justify it. Today's artist, is one of the most recognizable in the world. He was a member of the biggest band. Yes, the biggest band. As a soloist, he wrote anthem after anthem after anthem. He became an icon for movements. I'm talking about...
Why in the world are we here? Surely not to live in pain and fear.
John Lennon. What an important member of the songwriting partnership in the Beatles, writing some of the most incredible songs as a Beatle. But, as a soloist, he was at the forefront of so many movements in the world, and he wrote anthem after anthem after anthem. And let's go through his catalogue. Yes, at number 5. Power to the People, John Lennon and the Plastic Ono Band. A bit of context. 1971, his wife Yoko Ono and himself had returned from Great Britain. He did an interview with Tariq Ali and Robin Blackburn of the Marxist newspaper Red Mole, and he was inspired by this. So he wrote this great anthem. It was something along the lines of another anthem, Give Peace a Chance, where the chorus is said over and over again, power to the people, power to the people, power to the people. And of course, yes, it's a call to arms. And like I said, he's at the forefront of a lot of movements. And I like this more than Give Peace a Chance because, he's out on the streets this time. He's not in a bed saying Give Peace a Chance. He's out on the streets calling for people to rise up. If you want a revolution, you got to get out into the street, right? So he's sort of calling out, workers. He's calling out women. He's calling out all these people who have been oppressed to sort of stand up, and it's a call to arms. Now, Lennon, changed his mind about the song much later, saying he was embarrassed by the song, and he sort of said he was just sucking up to Tariq Ali. But, it's still got a great groove. It's still an anthem. It's a great song. At number 4. Starting Over, yes, Starting Over off the John Lennon Yoko Ono Double Fantasy album of 1980, yes. It was released on October 24, sort of, hit the charts in the US, got to number 6. Only 6 weeks later was he assassinated in New York, of course. And of course, the assassination spiraled this to the top of the charts in the UK, the USA, Australia, Canada, Spain, all over the world. It looks at, a John and Yoko's, starting over again. It's about a couple, but I think it's also a metaphor for them starting over creatively, because don't forget that John Lennon hadn't released anything for 5 years, so he was starting over, and he sort of says, it's been too long since we took the time. No one's to blame. I know time flies so quickly, yes, and those 5 years where he didn't release anything did fly quickly, but again, it's the passing of time, and he says we have grown. Yes, we have grown, and he's matured. So he's 40 years old when he's releasing, this material. So a much more mature John Lennon, but nonetheless, the tragic circumstance surrounding this period, it just shows what an incredible artist. He had so much optimism. He was looking forward to everything, and of course, he was taken away brutally by someone, and the world, and of course Yoko Ono and his family lost a dad. We lost a genius. What can you say? At number 3. Mother, yes, I'm throwing a bit of a spanner in the works. This is off the debut album, John Lennon Plastic Ono Band. Now, it's regarded as one of the most important albums ever recorded because, this is rock music at ground zero. Starting again, stripping everything back. It's very, very raw, and this song is very, very raw too, raw with emotion. It's John Lennon exercising all his demons through primal therapy at the time. He's shedding all his former self as a Beatle and starting again. Mother actually opens the album, and what a way to open an album. It's raw, it's pure, it's just sheer emotion. This track is shorter than the album because on the album there's the bells tolling. It hasn't got the bells tolling there, but yes, it's coming to grips with his abandonment by his parents. His dad leaving him when he was a real infant, whereas his mum sort of abandoned him to his aunt Mimi, who brought him up. Now, yes, so it's coming to grips with all that, and what a way to start the album. The lyrics, it sort of says, can you imagine, mother, you had me, but I never had you. I wanted you, but you didn't want me. Father, you left me, but I never left you. I needed you, but you didn't need me. Now, there is a bit of regret there because he's sort of saying, addressing other children, he says, I couldn't walk, but I tried to run. I couldn't run away from all these feelings. And then the climax, the build up there where he says, Mama don't go and Daddy come home, and he says it over and over again, and the emotion gets stronger and stronger and stronger until he sort of screams it out. I mean, you can't get anything more powerful than that. It's John Lennon at his honest best, honesty there, and he's expressing his raw emotions about that experience. That is my number 3. Number 2.
So this is Christmas. I hope you
Happy Christmas, War is Over, another anthem, and this was part of an international multimedia campaign by John and Yoko, where they rented out the billboards in 12 major cities and had this incredible black and white message. Yes, there were no reindeers and Father Christmases on these posters, and all it said was "War is over if you want it," from John and Yoko. What an incredible Christmas card to the world that was, and what an incredible single. There's so much to like about it. Yes, the message about social unity, and bringing about peace, bringing about change via personal accountability. Yes, another year over, and what have you done? Yes, so think about what you've done and get out there and do something. Now, the dates are all over the place between the US and the UK release, and that's what probably was a pity of it on it. But what I love so much about it, I love the lyrics, I love the song, I love the fact that there's the Harlem Choir, 30 members of the Harlem Choir backing John and Yoko up. Yes, it looks at unity, the weak and the strong, the rich and the poor, the red and the yellow, and it is amazing. Great song, and I play it every Christmas, and I sort of get teary every time I play it. So yes, that's my number 2.
imagine all the people.
Number 1, of course, you can't go further than Imagine by John Lennon and Yoko Ono. An iconic anthem that's been recorded by over 200 artists since then. It's been performed by thousands and thousands. It's the anthem of so many movements calling for social unity. Yes, and no, it was not inspired by Forrest Gump. It was inspired by, of course, Yoko Ono and her poetry over the years, as well as Dick Gregory, an African-American activist, giving John Lennon a Bible. He started writing this song during the Let It Be sessions of the Beatles. Imagine if this was a Beatles song. But yes, it calls out, social unity. It's within our reach, but we have to get rid of these orders, these socio-political and socio-economic orders, and we can achieve this. Yes, he's a dreamer, but he's calling all of us dreamers if we all come together and bring about change. Now, it's anti-religion, it's very anti-capitalist, it's anti-everything, but it's, as John Lennon said later, it's sugar-coated. Okay, so it's a beautiful melody, beautiful lyrics, and the message comes across just as powerful as screaming it or whatever it is. But it is, yes, it's beautiful. Like I said, the Rolling Stones magazine has been quoted saying that this was John Lennon's gift to the world, and what a gift it was. It's been played at Olympic Games over and over again, at so many movements, and what's powerful about this is the simplicity of the lyrics, where he says, imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try, no hell below us, above us only sky. I mean, it is beautiful. Now, number one, you can't go further than imagine. Tell us what you think. Did you agree with the songs? Did you agree with the rankings? But yes, my favourite Beatle, and his memory goes on after all these decades. Yes, like us on our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, send in those comments, and share these episodes with your friends. I'll see you next Tuesday with another Top 5 Tuesday.